healing the hearts of estranged parents beneath the weeping willow, a Christ-centered meditation for releasing the impossible standard. By Karyn Lynn Grant, LMT, the Joy Coach. Take a slow, deep breath in and gently exhale. Again, breathing in peace. Breathing out confusion. Allow your shoulders to rest deep into this place. Allow your back to form into the softness. Allow your forehead to relax. Allow your legs to be still. Allow your hands to rest gently in your lap or at your sides. Today, we are entering a quiet place. A place of solitude where there's nothing you need to explain or defend. And for these next few moments, allow yourself to simply be. Take another slow breath in, breathing in grace. Breathing out regret. Breathing in empathy. Breathing out self-judgment. Now imagine yourself walking along a quiet country path. The afternoon sun is warm on your face. All the flowers are swaying gently in the breeze. Birdsong drifts through the air. The world feels so peaceful here. Safe, still. Ahead you see a magnificent weeping willow tree. Its graceful branches sweep toward the earth like long green curtains. This tree feels so familiar. Something perhaps from childhood. It is comforting, ancient, as though it has been waiting for you right here for all these years. You walk closer. Beneath its sheltering branches, you notice a small blanket spread across the grass. Sitting on that blanket is a happy little girl. Pause. Look more closely. You recognize her immediately. It is you, years ago, before the responsibilities, before any heartbreak, before the complicated chapters, before life became so difficult. She is surrounded by her dolls. Tiny blankets, little treasures, magic bottles, a beautiful, small, imaginary happy world. You watch as she carefully tucks one doll under a blanket, smooths its hair, kisses its forehead, and whispers words of love. You smile softly because you remember. You remember those forgotten dreams, the innocence, the hopes of one day growing up to be a mommy and having children of your very own. You remember the way you imagined motherhood would someday be. Take a deep breath in and let out a deep breath of release. You imagine all those bedtime stories, that there would be laughter around the dinner table, little children doing cartwheels in front of the fireplace, children who would always feel safe, children that you would bring into the world who you would make sure that they always felt loved. And and you would always stay connected. Pause for a moment and take a deep breath in, breathing in peace and the memory of those happy thoughts. And exhale any disappointment or disillusionment. As a little girl, you believed that love would be enough to protect everyone from sadness, pain, or sorrow. That if you simply loved deeply enough, everything would work out. Pause. The little girl beneath the willow tree looks up at you. Her eyes are bright with hope. She smiles at you and asks, "Did it happen? Did we become a wonderful mother?" You pause. Feel your heart respond. Perhaps tears begin to form. Because life did not unfold exactly as she imagined it would. There were beautiful moments, precious moments, tender moments, moments of sacrifice, moments of joy, moments of deep connection, loving talks, stroking your daughter's hair as she lay her head in your lap, or kissing your son's forehead goodnight as you tucked him into bed. Take a deep breath. Exhale a sigh, because there were also things that the little girl never imagined. There were misunderstandings. There was heartbreak. There may have been divorce. There may have been times of distance or separation, silence, estrangement, the kind of sorrows that no little girl playing with her dolls could ever foresee in her future. You sit down beside her beneath the willow tree, and together you watch the branches swaying gently overhead and around you. As you sit there, Christ quietly approaches. His presence feels warm. Oh, for a moment it feels safe. You feel compassion filling the air. He joins you beneath the tree. He sits down beside you. One hand rests upon the shoulder of your little girl self. His other palm rests upon your shoulder. For a long moment, no one speaks because some grief is too sacred, perhaps too hard to explain for immediate words. Take a deep breath in. Then Christ gently asks, "Beloved one, what burden have you been carrying?" Perhaps the answer comes quickly. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe shame. Maybe regret. Maybe the belief that if you had somehow been wiser, stronger, better, more perfect, things would have been different. You notice a heavy backpack resting beside you. You had not seen it before. Slowly you open it. Inside are many stones. Each stone bears a phrase. I should have known. I should have done better. I should have fixed that when I could. If only I had not failed. But I wasn't enough. Christ looks at all these stones with tenderness, not condemnation, not disappointment, only compassion. And then he asks you, who told you that perfection was the measure of your love? You sit quietly and silently, because perhaps you have never questioned that belief. You take a deep breath in. You inhale a sense of peace, and you exhale any hidden, lingering resentments towards yourself. Perhaps somewhere along the way you began believing that every painful outcome must have meant that you failed. You pause and you look up into his face. He is simply smiling. He gently picks up one of the stones, the one labeled, "I should have been perfect." He places it in his hands, in the palms of his hands, where you see light radiating, and somehow it begins dissolving into the light in the palms of his hands. You take a deep breath in, breathing in amazement, exhaling disbelief. And then he says, "I never called you to be a perfect mother. I called you to love your children." The words settle deeply into your heart. Again, he says, "You were never called to know everything. You were never called to prevent every wound. You were never called to control every outcome. You were only called to love each one of your children one by one." And then he begins to name them all. You pause. Soft tears begin to fall. Not because you are broken. You are not broken. But because something inside you is finally being set free. One by one, you begin handing him all the stones one at a time, eagerly. All the guilt, the shame, the self-condemnation, the impossible expectation to have the perfect answer, to say the perfect thing, to be the perfect mother at all times. And you feel the burden of carrying responsibility for every chapter of everyone else's story begin to release. Take a deep breath and behold as each one of these stones, one by one, dissolves into the light until the backpack is empty. And then you place the backpack into his open, waiting arms. And it dissolves as well. You never have to accumulate or carry such a load, such a heavy load of grief again, he says. The little girl has been sitting quietly beside you, watching with wonder, and she smiles because she finally understands something she could have never have known before now. Motherhood was never meant to be perfect. Motherhood was meant to be a human experience. Christ turns toward both of you. First toward the little girl, She wraps her arms around his neck and smiles as she lays her head on his shoulder. He reaches out one arm towards you, the woman in the picture, and softly says, I want you to remember, love is not measured by outcomes. You could not have foreseen the challenges that would have been placed before you. You would never have known the choices that others would make along the way. Your love has only been measured and is only measured in the future by your presence, by the sacrifices that you made and will continue to make, by the courage you showed when you chose to keep on going, by showing up again and again in each of your children's lives, even when life became difficult, even when you might have been unchosen. Pause and take a deep breath in. The willow branches are swaying softly overhead and all around you. Sunlight filters through the green, glorious leaves. And for the first time in a very long while, you feel so much lighter. Not because all the questions have been answered, and not because all the pain has disappeared, but because you feel free. You no longer need to carry the burden of perfection. See your little girl self smiling. She reaches out and takes your hand. With her other hand, she softly holds your cheek and smiles into your eyes. You've done a good job, she smiles. Christ takes your other hand, and together you sit, the three of you beneath this weeping willow tree, held, seen, cradled and loved, and safe. Christ whispers one final truth. Remember, it's as if he winks at you. I know the whole story, and I know your heart. You can rest now. My grace is sufficient for your weakness. Take a slow breath in, breathing in Christ's mercy for you. Gently exhale, breathing out shame. Breathing in compassion. Breathing out regret. Breathing out self-blame. Breathing out an impossible standard. Carry this truth forward with you now. Lock it into your heart in this present time. Carry it forward with you into your future. You were never called to be the perfect parent. That is God's rule. You were only called to be a loving one. And love, even imperfect love, is still beautiful. And Christ recognizes it, even when someone else may not. Love, even imperfect love, is still sacred. It's still holy. Love, even imperfect love, is enough. When you are ready, take a deep breath in and breathe in the knowledge that you are a loving parent, a giving parent, a kind parent, a forgiving parent. And when you are ready, open your eyes.